whichever one seems to be.
All right. I just love the interaction that everyone has had as I've gone around from table to table. Excuse me. I gave you 15 minutes, and so if you're going to still talk amongst each other, just do it kind of quietly. But I like the interaction that I heard as I went around to each table. Where we're going to get the money from, what kind of food we're going to serve, where are we going to have this banquet or this event. And those are things that you forget to ask when you actually get ready to plan most of your events in your chapters. So I'm going to go over what I told you needed to plan an event. And I really would like to hear from each table. So determine who's going to come up and speak. We're going to give you 3 minutes to tell us what you did, how much money you made, how much money you spent, where that money came from, and all those questions that I had asked. So the first question was, where is the initial money coming from? So when you come up to explain your event, you're going to say, our money is coming from blah, blah. And then I'm going to say, how did you determine the cost of the event? And I'm going to need you to tell me that. How did you determine the cost of the event? I've already told you what you needed to do the event, so you're going to tell me. Once you determine the cost of the event, what amount did you fix to the ticket price? Now that's very important, because when you are selling tickets, your tickets ought to cover everything that you're doing in that event planning. Because if you plan right, your event will support itself. Okay? All right, so who wants to be first? All right, come on. Well, second bar,
I got it. So good afternoon. My name is Sorrel Elaine, and I'm from the Lambda Chi Chi chapter, and we are planning with, what chapter are you from, Sorrel? Iota Ada. We are planning a joint scholarship giveaway for some nursing students. Scholarship, $500 scholarship giveaway for 3 nursing students.
So you're planning a banquet or?
Luncheon.
Luncheon, all right, okay. All right, gotcha. You keep going.
Oh, I thought you were asking a question. So,
all right, I will do that. So where's the initial money coming from? Where did you get the money to start you looking at planning that luncheon?
So we have had a luncheon last year, and we sold tickets, and currently we have $5,000 in our account.
Woo! Wow, okay. Hey, that's great. Okay, all right. So how did you determine the cost of the event?
Well, we looked at how many people we wanted to have. We also looked at how much the food was going to cost. And we also added in a few other expenses that we thought we'd have to pay for, like an honorarium for a speaker, the catering budget, photographer, you guys help me, printing, thank you. Printing of our brochures, decorations, table centerpiece.
Okay, so now, after all of that, what is your profit?
Well, our profit is based on selling 100 tickets at $50 a ticket. So the total cost to put together the things I mentioned came out to be $56.25. $5,625. That's what it's going to cost. That includes the $500 to the 3 nursing students. But
so how much was the ticket sale?
so the ticket, if we sold all 100 tickets,
right,
that would be $5,000. But we are also having a raffle So we have 13 members and they're bringing in baskets and we're selling raffle tickets during the scholarship luncheon, and we're also giving away 13 theme baskets that like a wine basket, because we're from California, so a wine basket and things like that. And the raffle tickets are 1 for 1, 3 for 5, 6 for 10, and 15 for 20.
All right, I just have one question. The banquet costs $56, and your tickets cost $50. So you're $5,000. So your banquet was $5,600 and something, and the ticket sales was $5,000. So you just lost $625.
Well, we're having a raffle during that we're hoping to But the other thing also is, did you include the 1,500? I forgot her. The 1,500 that we didn't spend. So we have $3,000 that we allotted for scholarships, but we broke that down to 15.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay,
So we had to keep cutting and cutting and cutting. So there we go.
All right, good job. Give her a hand. All right, who wants to be next? Now, what I want you to realize is that you should always try to make your ticket sale more than what the cost of the event is. Because if you don't do that, then you really don't make a profit. Even if you have that money in your account, you don't want to use it to do an event when the event should support itself. All right, somebody else? Come on. Come on. This is great.
Hello everybody, I'm Keisha from Ada, and we did a joint project with New Kai, Los Angeles. And we also did a scholarship, but we did a scholarship banquet instead of luncheon. And we chose to do it in Las Vegas because you get good convention rates in Las Vegas. So where the initial monies come from, we got rollover money from our last event. We had some money left over, so we used that to put down as our $500 deposit for the venue. Because it was in Las Vegas, if you have a minimum of 50, the venue is complimentary. So we are going to do 50, a minimum of 50 ticket sales, and we're not gonna have to pay anything for the venue, okay? So our monies come from, our tickets will pay for food, entertainment, insurance, the location, we talked about printing costs, as well as the photographer. Our food, because we have that 50 minimum, we based our budget on the 50 to cover everything else, and everything else over that would be gravy. So we picked a buffet menu, which was $30 per person, times 50, that would give us, the food cost would be $1,500. Entertainment, the speaker, the honorarium, and the photographer was a total of $1,000. Insurance at $200, and again, the venue is free. And printing costs for tickets as well as the books would be $200. We have 20 sorors, and we would like for each soror to sell 3 tickets. That would give us 60. We know that all sorors don't sell all their tickets, so we got a little buffer because remember we only need 50. And then some sorors will sell over their 3 tickets, so we have a little wiggle room there.
So what's the total cost of
So the total cost of our banquet is $2,400.
And the total cost of your tickets?
The total cost of our ticket sales, we're gonna do $80 per ticket. So
what's the total cost of the ticket sale?
the total cost of the ticket sales. So that's what I'm saying, 80 times 50.
4,000?
Yes.
And the cost of the banquet?
$2,400.
All right, you made some money.
That's all right now, we made some ducats.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in the money.
Okay, come on. This is just a fun thing. Come on.
I'm waiting on someone else to come.
that I'm noticing that is happening is that when you move away from your own group and then get with people that you don't know in different chapters, you learn different things. So you can learn how to work better, because somebody in here really know how to put on a banquet and an event and how to save money. Yeah, she's pretty good. Aloha. Okay. All right, want y'all to listen to.
I'm Kim from Las Vegas, Ada. And we're planning a fashion show. Okay. Our goal is to raise at least $10,000. We got our initial money from our dues and our events that we had the year prior, because we've had this before.
Okay, well now, hold on. When she said she got the initial money for the dues, which means that out of the dues, y'all took a certain amount of money out there for the fundraiser.
Yes, we
Thank
put
you.
that in our budget. That was a part of our budget.
All right, good.
How did we determine the cost of the event? Well, because we planned it out, for one. What amount was the ticket price? Our ticket price was $80. We wanted to sell 600 tickets. And we did.
She had
We sold more. $48,000 in ticket sales. The plates were $45 per person. That was $21,000. So the location cost us $10,000. And that included entertainment. Our insurance was $200 for that event. It cost us $2,000 for decorations. Our ad and tickets, for our advertisement and tickets, it was $400. Our photographer was $500.
Okay, so what was your profit?
$13,900.
All right. Okay, all right. All right, come on, someone. So this really gives you an opportunity to know that you actually can raise money for your chapter if you learn to plan the events correctly, because they should pay for themselves when they're done correctly.
Hi there, good afternoon, everybody. Our table decided to have Kaitify Incorporated's first annual Unsung Heroes Award recognition. So we we discerned that we had a budget of $15,000 with the expectation that we would have 200 guests at $75 per ticket. For facilities, including a dance floor so we can cut a rug, it was $9,250. We have Zora, who is got a brother that's a DJ, so we don't have to pay much for entertainment, probably about $250. Event insurance, we discerned would be about $150. And we needed some plaques and trophies to honor our unsung heroes to the tune of $225. Centerpieces for 25 tables, $200. We needed to hire an MC as well to help us get the program stay on task, so $250. The permit for the city of Los Angeles would be about $100. We discerned. Tickets to purchase for printing, $100, as well as a photographer for $450, and a program booklet that we all love when we leave an event, for $750 for printing. Our budget was $15,000, and our total cost was $11,500.
So you say
we saved
$4,500.
No, $3,500.
Okay, so so the cost of the event was what?
It was $11,500.
And you had
We started with $75 per ticket.
And so the total ticket cost was sales was?
$200. Oh,
How much you made?
$15,000 for tickets. 75 per ticket for 200 guests.
Okay, all right, so that's a three.
We'd love to see you all there.
Okay, give her a hand. That was $3,500. All right, come on down. This is gonna be a contest. Come on down.
So what we decided to do was do a fashion show. So we had a fundraiser, and of course we raised $10,000. All the trips to Vallejo and San Diego, people wanted to go and spend that money. So we got $10,000 from there. We decided to go ahead and give the hotel cost $5,000 from the $10,000. We're gonna sell 200 tickets at $75. So that's gonna give us $15,000. Luckily, my family is in the music business. We don't have to pay for a DJ. We have someone to do the centerpieces. We don't have to pay for that. My cousin is a photographer around the world. She'll donate it. So we save money there. So with the ticket prices and everything for printing, luckily my family knows people there, so they'll give us a discount. Instead of paying $3,000, maybe they'll give us $500 off or whatever. So for the insurance, that's the money we would pay towards the insurance. So with all of that, we maybe made $14,000.
So what was your total price of your ticket sales?
It was $15,000 because it's 75.
And what was the total cost of the event?
The event was $5,000.
I made $10,000.
You made more because the hotel cost was $5,000. But we remember we had $10,000.
Okay, but I'm talking about from your ticket sale.
Oh, from our ticket sale, we said maybe about $14,000. We're being with all the subtracted and everything, because the ticket price is $15,000. Oh, and we did a booklet as well. But remember, we got a discount there. So we took whatever from the discount to pay everything else.
So my question again is, how much was the ticket sales? Total ticket sales?
15,000 because we sold 200 tickets.
Okay, and total cost of the event?
We'll say 5,000.
Well, that's 10,000 that you say. Okay, good.
See?
All right, y'all, try to find her when you get ready to have your event. She got all these free people. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Okay. Hello, everybody. So you got some support. Yeah.
Okay, so we decided to have a community event that is a fundraiser to bring the community together. So we called it Better Together Community. It's a luncheon from 10 to 4. The initial budget, what is the initial money? So we started off with looking at the money from the that's already accumulated in the budget for the local chapters. And it was $2,000 that we had to start with. We looked at the venue. The venue cost us $600. Okay, and then we decided to sell the tickets at $60, and we were going to gain $30. So the cost of the food was $30 to the caterers, and then we would pocket the $30. Let's see what else. So that's the way we determined. Okay. We decided that we were not going to do any advertising and no cost, because
we're using Eventbrite, and we're going to use our social media, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook page, in terms of public relations, word of mouth, and then we have our sorors, thank you, and fratters.
Yeah, we were going to utilize a soror that knew how to do photography.
Use our iPad.
And our iPad. What else did we do? Let's see, the entertainer. We had an entertainer.
My cousin Ray Ray.
Her cousin Ray Ray was going to hook him up for $200. You know, it's going to be good. We looked at also the venue for where we got the money from, our sponsors. So we decided we would have Target, Walmart, and Costco. Costco usually gives a donation for $50. Walmart was going to give us $100, and Target was giving us $50. Okay. So what we gained,
What was your total ticket sale?
total ticket sale was 15,000.
250 tickets at $60.
How much is that?
15,000.
15,000.
Okay, that was a ticket sale.
That's right.
What's the cost of the event?
7,500. No.
Yeah, for the food.
Oh, okay, yes, 7,500. And then we had a surplus,
So from our initial seed money of the $2,000, we paid for our venue, which was for our community center at $400. And then 200 of that $400 went to our DJ. So 6 from the original 2 left us 1,400. So we had 1,400 plus the sales of the tickets, 60 tickets at 250 tickets at $60.
And that's how much?
$15,000.
Okay, I want you to stop right there. $15,000 for ticket sales, right?
Yes.
What was the total cost of the event?
The total cost of this was
$8,100. $8,100.
$8,100. Okay, so y'all made a profit of about
7,500.
$7,500. All right, good. All right, good, thank you.
All right, somebody else? We got a few more minutes. If you all come on, I'll get through at 3:30. You got 30 minutes, you can go home. Go back to the hotel room, go shopping.
Hi. We're doing a luncheon, and we determined that we're gonna assess our members for the cost of the luncheon. The tickets will be $65. They will have to sell 5 tickets, which become to $325 per member, and we have 34 members. So it will come to $11,050. Okay, with cost of ticket at $65, our food will cost $35. And so if you had 34 members who are selling 5 tickets, that's 170 tickets, which comes to $5,950 for food. Entertainment is $400. We're gonna have a DJ. Our insurance is a line item, which is $175. Our venue is free since we have over 100 people. Our photographer is $200. Our printer is $200. Our cost is $6,925. We have a profit of $4,125. Plus, we are gonna have a raffle. We're gonna have vendors, and the cost for vendors is $100 per vendor. All this is profit.
Okay, good. All right, so you had a profit of what for?
4,125 plus.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, give yourselves a hand. That was really good. That was really good. Oh, okay, we got one more. Come on, we got 5 minutes. 2 more. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Anybody that haven't done it, come on up here so we can get through here. We want to make sure we get everybody.
So our group, we are a new chapter, so this will be our first fundraiser, and we were calling it Health and Happiness Carnival, and it's a dual purpose to introduce ourselves to the community and also do a service project at the same time. So we're having a carnival. We're gonna have ticket pre-sales with our 40-member organization being responsible for at least 2 tickets each at $25 a piece, which would bring us $2,000 there for pre-ticket sales. We will have vendors at our carnival, and we're having the location donated to us by a large church that has a large parking area or area that we can do our carnival. But we will have like 5 vendors and charge them $50 each, so $250. So total between the pre-ticket sales from our members and the vendors is $2,250. We're anticipating 200 people coming at, 200 more tickets that we anticipate selling for entry fees, for people coming to our event, and that would be $5,000. On the expense side, we have some small rental items like the popcorn machine, game equipment, a jump house, our publicity, and then we have liability insurance as well. So on the expense side, we have $650. But we'll have rides, we'll have community sponsors, like from the different schools of medicine, nursing, things like that, to help with us offering blood pressure checks, diabetes and wellness, A1C checks, blood sugar checks, things like that. So that's kind of our service part at the same time. So.
Okay, so what was your, the price of your total ticket sales?
Price of total ticket sales was $2,250, and that was pre-sales. Okay. And that's not including the 200 people that we anticipate. So that's total, it would be like $5,000.
Okay, so total ticket sales is gonna be $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the total cost of the carnival?
$650. It's for a day, the jump house.
Oh, that's okay.
But
that's great.
Low cost.
Low cost.
Yeah. It's our first one.
It's your first. Give her a hand.
Okay. We're going to be from Arizona since we don't have a chapter there, so we're looking for an Arizona chapter. So we're having a festival of the yams, celebrating African heritage and continuation of our African heritage into America. Our startup money is $3,920. Our overhead is $2,000 for starting with entertainment of a DJ and dancers, speaker, event insurance, venue, which is going to cost us about $2,700. The number of tickets we're going to sell is 456 because each person is to sell each Sora of 57 Soras are to sell 8 tickets each. And the tickets you don't sell, we're going to invite nursing students in to see what we do in the community and know who we are. So, but each of us will pay for those tickets. So, at the end of it, our cost of everything is $2,750. We're going to end up with a profit of $14,850, and that does not
How much?
include.
Wait. What'd you say?
We're going to have a profit of $14,850 because we're selling 456 tickets, and each ticket is $75.
And so, how much is that?
When we sell the 456
Is it 30,000?
tickets, it is $30,850.
Okay.
And when we subtract everything out, it's $18,750 with a profit of $14,850. And that does not include our sponsorship because we have Mercedes-Benz who give us $2,000 a year. Toyota give us $500. Kaiser give us $2,000. I am one of those people who have no problems begging for donations. No, and I have no issues. No is okay with me because I come back next year. Because all of us drive cars, and my thing is you take your car, you buy a Mercedes and you take your car for servicing. I don't think I'm asking for too much, at least $2,000 for Mercedes. Toyota, $500 at least. Kaiser Permanente, lots of money, $2,000 at the bottom. Lexus, $1,000, Cadillac, $1,000.
Girl, give me this microphone.
Whoa. So, yeah, give her a hand. Now, sometimes I think this is what we forget.
We are nurses in the community. We serve and service everyone, but we never think about going and asking these people to give back to us to help us do things in the community. Now, like she said, you bought whatever. I'd like to have a Bentley. I really would like to have a Bentley. But I know that if I do get one, I gotta take it back to service. If you want it to run right, you're gonna take it back. Guess what? They're gonna see you enough. They know you when you come in there. So start asking these people that's always taken from us, ask them for something. That was great.
We're a small chapter, so we're gonna start small. So, we are going to have Founders Day tea. So we're gonna have tea and hors d'oeuvres at a tea shop that has a cost of $18 per person. So we're gonna sell our tickets for, it's not a round number, $28 per ticket to get at least a $10 profit per ticket. It's a small venue, so we're going to sell a total of 25 tickets. Anything upfront cost that we incur will be handled through our membership dues, which should be small because it's a small event. We don't need to purchase additional insurance because our chapter does have liability insurance already. In terms of ticket pricing or ticket printing price, we're actually going to do electronic tickets, so there won't be any cost related to that. So it will be a profit of $250 for our first event.
Okay, so your total ticket sale is?
So we're doing, it's a $10 profit per ticket.
Okay, so what was your total ticket sale? How many tickets you sell?
25.
Time what? 30?
10 times 25 tickets at $10 per ticket for profit.
Okay, if you got a $10 per ticket for profit, how much is the ticket in the beginning?
So it's $18 to begin with
Okay, gotcha.
that we have to pay, and then we're gonna charge $28 per ticket. Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
That was good. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Okay, yes?
If you're holding your event at a public place like their tea house that they had theirs at, I mean, you go in there, you have the event, do you still need to use your own liability insurance? Because this is a public restaurant.
Okay, most of the time you go into a public restaurant, so you're saying you go in there and tell them that you have X amount of people that you're gonna come that day and you're gonna buy food from them, right? No. That would be them serving you, even though you had 10 or 15 people with you. But when you do a contract, you should always do a contract when you're doing an event, regardless of where it is, small, large, indifference. You need a contract. Your contract will tell you what you have to do and what you're required to do. And if you're required to have liability, then they'll tell you that you're required to have liability. And if you already have it, then you're good. If they say you don't have to have it, and you do have it, just don't worry about it. But the hotel will tell you. Now, there's a difference sometime in when you are having a function where you have an alcohol. Now, if you have an alcohol, they're probably going to request that you have liability plus security. So, and that's okay. You just have to be prepared to be able to take care of that. But I would suggest that sometime before the end of the year, that every chapter look at, you got car insurance, you got house insurance, some of us got pet insurance. You know, you can talk with those people about liability insurance, and they have it, and most of the time, it's less than $300 a year. So, which means that every event you hold, you will still be covered under that liability for the year. Okay, you all have done a marvelous job. Get yourselves a hand. So, I think what we, yes.
I had a question, because many of the chapters may be a 501(c) nonprofit, and when you have someone donating services, don't they have, two questions, do they have to give you a letter of how the value of their service, and number two, do they get a letter back saying that we're a 501, because they have to claim that on their taxes as well as we?
The only time you have to claim something on taxes as a 501c3, and they'll tell you, if your chapter make more than $50,000 a year, then you have to make a claim, or whatever they tell you. But most 501c3s, you don't really have to put down everything that anybody give you, unless, well, I'm gonna say it like this: you keep the account of what anybody gave you. When it's time to do your taxes, this is where you find out what you have to do. When it's time to do your taxes, on that 990,
Right.
and if it says, did your organization have more than $50,000 in income? And if somebody gave you $45,000, y'all already had 6, yes, you have to check yes, okay?
But what if they ask for it?
Ask for what?
If somebody donates something to you and they ask for a letter back, you have to give it to them.
If somebody donates,
No, for example, you have a sponsor, you get a sponsor, and they donate $5,000.
oh, you talking about you giving them a letter stating what they gave you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's good business. Even if they give you $250, you should thank people when they give you something. Yeah, but it has nothing per se to do with your 501c3, because the questions you have to answer on that at tax time is already there for you to answer. Oh, okay, yes?
In reference to donations, our tax system says if the person is getting something back for the donation, it's not a donation.
That's true. If you were buying us, if they gave you $50,000 and you went out and did $50,000 or a blood drive or something for them, then it's not a donation. They just paid you for your services. Okay. All right, Sorrows and Fridays. I really thank you all for spending this time with me. It was so nice to spend this time together.
Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. So, October, we appreciate you. At this time, we would like to give you our token of appreciation, and we just have a couple quick announcements before you head out. They have a photographer or someone who can take a quick photo. While they're coming up here to get these beautiful 3 ladies, it was mentioned. 1 second, sorry about the noise.
Wait. Oh, sorry. That's okay.
Before you head out really quickly, just a couple quick things. We would also like to thank